So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
Bienvenidos al partido de hoy. Hoy se enfrentan.
He's a centre-back who's one of the best in the business when it comes to playing out from defence. He can spark quick counter-attacks or put his foot on the ball and retain it when a breather is needed. He's a very solid defender too. And opposition forwards, they're not going to get much change out of this guy.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Oh, that's fabulous. Bellingham! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
En el minuto 6, el dorsal 15.
Paris Saint-Germain are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Now it's Torres. He's looking wide. And it's Bellingham. Spread to the right. And that's too far for anyone. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And he is dashing away. Oh, good take in a good area. Not a hint of off. Dembele! And that's a tidy finish. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Now it's Bellingham, and here's Torres.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Madueke is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. And here's Torres. Oh, that looks a decent ball. And he's in on goal. Played into the box. James with the clearance. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Bellingham aimed beyond the defence. Pato, and that goes for a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Maldini is very much of the non-shall pass school of defending. Now it's Torres. Rodri. Cafu. Rodri. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Wriggles his way through. That is good strength. Quick look, then he's rising! And he's quick to get rid. And Kubasi. And it's Rodri. Good running, strong and purposeful. Plenty to aim at here. Played in. Nice interception, well timed. Dembele.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Maldini. And it's Maldini. Dembele does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Oh, well measured. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Dembele. It's a really well-measured ball. He is through here. Look at the space. He's had a shot! Maldini gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Bellingham. Pepe. Now it's Dembele. Pau Kubasi was in no mood for any of that. And Madueke. Elise. And it's Serginho. Delivered from distance. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And it's hoisted clear. Tries one from range. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Olise. Cleared without hesitation. And it's half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. Paris Saint-Germain get the second half started. Adams. He won't be happy with that one. Knocks it into space. And this is Batistuta. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Paris Saint-Germain needed that. They really needed it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And he's there to belt it away. Rijkaard. Laporte. And it's Rodri. Rijkaard. Out towards the flank. Dembele. Now it's Bellingham. And this is Pato. Played out towards the right wing. James crosses. Well, the clearance is short. Maldini. Kubasi. Cafu. Maldini being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Tries to play it through, and the finish! Well, that is commitment to the cause.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El
So the
dorsal
manager can
23.
make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Has to go back here. And it's Rijkaard. Oh, that's delightful. Nicely spread. And he's whipped it. Oh, good climb! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Rijkaard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Bellingham. Maldini drives it in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Spain still have the cards to affect this game. Rodri. And here's Batistuta. Cafu. And here's Raul. Cafu. Cross from Cafu. Madueke. Serginho. Dembele is fouled.
There they go, hunting again.
Rodri running with the ball. Can he get it through? Oh, delightful ball. And he's got the beating of his... And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 18, Fernando Torres. El dorsal 9, el dorsal 15, el dorsal 17.
Just eases him off the ball
Serán sustituidos
into
por
the last quarter of an
el
hour.
dorsal 19, el
Laporte
dorsal 20,
calmly
el
anticipates.
dorsal 24, el dorsal 25.
Well, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Paris Saint-Germain clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Now it's Ferran Torres.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that's neat. Cafu. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And it's Rodri. In it comes.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Paris Saint-Germain choosing to make the first change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Deftly out wide. Raul. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Shoots!
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Cafu, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Now it's Pato. Laporte does really well there. He is strong.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
It's made its way to him. Knocks it out wide. Oh, that's nice. And this is Raul. Shot, surely! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Rodri. How they wanted to win. They did everything to win, but time has beaten them. Decent game of football, that. Intense. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Nicely aimed pass. And the counter-attack could be on for Paris Saint-Germain. And it's Shevchenko. He's found some space. Nice control. Cucurella. He is just caressing the ball. And he whips it in. Looking to play him in. And it's made its way to him. Has to go back here. And it's played in. Kimmich gets it away. And he's there to retrieve it. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, he might get my vote too, Peter. When you consider his consistency at the highest level, OK, he may not be as skillful with the ball at his feet as some of the younger contenders, but you certainly wouldn't want him lining up for the opposition. What a goalkeeper.
Rodri, out towards the flank. Cross from Cafu. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Spain with the corner. They're first. Oh, important interception. And that is well cleared. And it's Batistuta. And Batistuta! Racing over the bar.
A message to the wise, it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
Laporte. Spain have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he's whipped in a... Oh, good line! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cafu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And a chance! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Oh, super find.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Olise is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Can he finish? Knocks it into space. That's Shevchenko. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Rodri. Spain looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Oh, Red, nice interception. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Bellingham. And he's had it nicked away. Bellingham. That's a good cross in, and a good clearance out. Back in once more. Alaba is there, and he can get that clear. Howson gets it away. It's not an especially good pass, that. The pass has gone astray. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Cafu. Yamal is onto this. Yamal! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Spain leading by 1 at the break.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Spain can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. The second half is up and running.
Spain can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Diaz. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Rodri was in no mood for any of that. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Bellingham. Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
shot could be on. Cafu, try Bellingham! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that's another good win of the ball. Fabian Ruiz. Mbappe.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Yamal. He tries a shot! And it's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
El dorsal 5.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Quality ball. Yamal currently being consciously targeted.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
And it's slung out wide. Kimmich. And it's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Defending of the desperate variety. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Fabian Ruiz. And no, that was never going to make it. Olise. Nicely spread. Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Alaba finding himself in space. Picked out, chance! Ambitious, but just off target.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Cucurella. And it's Ruiz. Bellingham. Fabian Ruiz. Olise. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Drogba. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
That's a good run down the left. Olise wants to run onto this. Cucurella. Now it's Batistuta. And this is Shevchenko. Bellingham knocks it out wide, and he's quick to return it. And he's there to belt it away. Paris Saint-Germain choosing to make the first change.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Played out wide. Cafu. Cafu plays. It's hit the uprights. Now there's a... and again! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Fabian Ruiz is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 5 será reemplazado por el dorsal 14. Bale.
It's a really well-measured ball. That is good alertness. Leading by 2, and the finishing line in sight. Cucurella. And it's Bellingham. Fabian Ruiz. Batistuta in the hunt and looking threatening.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 7 será sustituido por el dorsal 4. Vieira. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Batistuta is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Dani Olmo receives it in a good position here. Bale. Rodri. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Bellingham. And it's Rodri, distributed tidily.
Habrá 3 minutos.
Very nicely done. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. And the number on the board is 3. And here's the chance to counter. Dani Olmo. And he's in on goal. Shot and goal! Deftly away. And that is as much as we have time for. Spain can take all the spoils. His potency and proficiency. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Spain definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked, whether it was link-up play, running in behind.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Terrific effort! That's put paid to the danger. Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Looking for the far post. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Olise aims beyond the defence. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Torres. Torres running with the ball. And it's made its way to him. Out towards the flank. Yamal. Cafu. Delivers the ball.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Here comes another. Oh, good. Oh, he's hit the bar. Nearly, but not quite.
Well, Peter, sometimes that happens. You get a great connection, and yet that proves to be the problem. It was too good to go in.
Gerrard. Spain are applying all the early pressure.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Mateus can see things others simply cannot. Played back into the centre. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Iniesta. But here's Diaz. Now it's Torres. Now it's Drogba. Yamal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Bellingham. Maldini has the space to scheme. Romero gets it away. Now that looks a decent ball. Maldini. Oh, what has happened here? Now it's Maldini. Cross from Maldini. That has been knocked clear. Referee's given a throw. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cafu plays it in. Nice interception, well timed. Tries a shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter.
Corner number 2 then. Yamal goes short. Bellingham is onto this. Now this could be a chance. Triol getting this one clear. Played towards the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Maldini, he's shifting through the gears here. Engages and forces him off the ball. Triol. Messi. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Olise. He's picked his way through. Oh, important interception. Vieira. And Yamal. Great defending, strong and determined. Look at the space here. Oh, cracking ball. And Messi! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, right place, right time. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Quality ball. Bellingham, who is rarely short on confidence. Now it's Torres. And this is Drogba. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Takes a shot! There it is! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
He's had a shot! He's got a goal! And just like that, he's into double figures now. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
El dorsal 5.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Cafu does really well there, strong defending. And it's Drogba. And this is Torres. This looks promising. He has found the way through. Maldini. It's a good-looking delivery. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. DiMarco. Diaz. Now it's Messi. He's looking wide. And the referee has signalled for half-time. And they head into the break, all square. Reflections on the first half?
Spain will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remain calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. So we're into the second 45.
Spain are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Now it's DiMarco. Al-Kubasi attempts a clearance.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Vieira. Rijkaard. Maldini is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. And here's Drogba. Now it's Yamal. Oh, good spread. Flings it across. And this is Drogba. And here's Vieira. Nicely weighted ball. Cafu gets into a good position. Cross from Cafu. Getting up there! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Triol. And Mateus. And it's DiMarco. Well, that's a good run down the left. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 5. El dorsal 21. Drogba. El dorsal 18. Fernando Torres. El dorsal 4.
Great ball, and he's in here. Thinks about the
Serán
shots.
sustituidos por el dorsal 6. Javier Zanetti. El dorsal 19. El dorsal 20.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Cafu. And it's been hooked away. Zanetti. Spain do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Puyol goes direct. Ferran Torres receives it in a good position here. Zanetti delivered in. And he's taking no chances there. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Great vision. Zanetti. Cafu. Cafu play. Mateus. Now it's Kimmich.
Oh, really well played.
And that's played in low. Laporte clears without hesitation. Messi plays it short. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And it's Rijkaard. Cafu, he is through here. That's an excellent interception. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No, that's been intercepted. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And here's Zanetti. Chance for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Shevchenko is offering a wry smile there. All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Ferran Torres with the short one. Forced to go back.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There's the shot! Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Spain found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
It's a promising position. And that's that. What a... That was so very, very good. Spain have done it. They're people without a... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide.
And the shot! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Williams. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and...
Great chance! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 3.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rashford. Now it's Mbappe. He's found a way through. Good ball. Saka! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, he's done so well then. Almost the perfect link-up. There was a split second there for the perfect finish too. Shame he didn't take it.
Anderson, distributed tidily. Saka providing an outlet on that flank. Spain very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. And here's Batistuta. Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide. That's going wide left. He's in a great position here. Maldini. Lovely feet. Maldini proves just a little bit too strong. And he can thump it away. There will be a throw-in. He's picked his way through.
That was lovely, that.
The defence opting here for strength in numbers. He whips it across. Cafu getting this one clear. That's a lovely, neat pass. Knocks it into space. This looks promising. Great vision. In towards the back stick. And that's the keeper's ball. That's a good ball out wide. Saka will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is back. Can he finish? It's anyone's ball now. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Musiala. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Cafu made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Raul is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Raul. And that would have been some goal.
And you can see how the direct approach can work really well. Get yourself on the ball and give it a try.
Now it's Mbappe. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Nico Williams. And this is Batistuta. Oh, just the keeper now. Takes a shot. He's got a goal. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Spain are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
There will be one.
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. He has found the way through. Cross goes in there. Oh, great leap! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. Spain were so close to ending that half in the perfect fashion, but it just wasn't to be in the end.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Spain sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Real chance! Al-Kubasi is there, and he can get that clear. Rodri. Rijkaard. Rafael Varane. And it's Maldini. Now it's Williams. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Opts for safety. Cafu does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Now it's Batistuta. Raul. Raul powering forward here. Foot in. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That is good alertness. Goes looking wide. Nico Williams, looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Well, he's pretty much been a crossing machine, and they're now trying to unplug that.
Maldini. 60 minutes played. And it's Musiala. Threads one in. Look at the space here. That is great defending, so alert. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Al-Kubasi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Silvestre. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Substitution for Galatasaray, number 10,
Musiala. Coming on.
Oh no, this does not look good.
Number 13.
Albert Ferrer kept aware,
Substitution.
and it is reclaimed easily.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And this is Raul. Knocks it out wide. And he's managed to get free. Has to go back here. Maldini. Cross from Maldini. And he's there to clear it. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. It's a really well-measured ball. Nice control. And he's in on goal. And he's got his cross in. And he gets rid in a hurry. The ball has bounced loose now.